h of x equals n of x. So that means x over x minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 5. I want to get rid of the denominator, x minus 3, so I'm going to multiply both sides by x minus 3. There it is on the left. And here it is on the right. Now, on the left side, x minus 3 will cancel with x minus 3 to leave me with just x. On the right side, I should multiply this out. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. 5 times x is a positive 5x. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. Okay, so now combine these like terms. Negative 6x plus 5x is negative 1x. This is definitely a quadratic equation, so I need to try to get the quadratic set equal to 0. I'll do that by subtracting x from both sides. Cancels out on the left, leaving me with 0. The right side is 2x squared minus 2x minus 15. Okay, this actually does not factor, so I'm going to have to resort to the quadratic formula. For a reminder, I'll write it out over here. X is negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. In this case, a would be 2, coming from the number in front of x squared. B is negative 2, coming from the number in front of x. And c is the constant, negative 15. Plug all of those in. X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So now, let's see, a is 2, plug those in. B is negative 2, plug those in. C is negative 15, plug that in there. Alright, so let's simplify this. X equals negative negative makes a positive 2, plus or minus negative 2 squared is a positive 4. This negative 4 times 2 times negative 15 is going to be a positive 120. And all that's going to be over 4. So in other words, x is equal to 2 plus or minus the square root of 124 over 4. Now if I think about the square root of 124, I'll realize that that's just the square root of 4 times the square root of 31. And since the square root of 4 is 2, this is really 2 times the square root of 31. So I'll just leave that its own little fun fact right there. So that means I can rewrite this square root of 124 as 2 the square root of 31. 2 plus or minus 2 the square root of 31 over 4. Well, notice this, and this are all divisible by 2, so I can reduce this complicated fraction to get my final form of the answer, all divisible by 2, so it's 1 plus or minus 1 the square root of 31. Of course the 1 is understood, so I'll just leave it off. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So those are my two answers. 1 plus the square root of 31 over 2, and 1 minus the square root of 31 over 2.